Well, cattle numbers for the national beef herd are usually released around this time of year. They indicate whether the herd is shrinking or growing and allow industry leaders to make projections. But this year, the report has been delayed. We spoke with the Texas A&M AgriLife economist who follows the industry very closely.
The number I look at first off is the cow herd, how many beef cows we have. I expect that to be up a little less than 0.5% when that report comes out. And I think the main story is what we've seen over the last few years since we're recovering from the drought and record high calf prices. Nationwide, we've been growing our cow herd. And as the herd has gotten bigger, prices have come down a little bit. And I think we're to this point that we're starting to see, I think we would think of this being kind of the peak in terms of beef cow numbers.
David Anderson is a professor and Texas A&M AgriLife Extension economist and says price is the biggest story of the current cattle cycle.
If we look over a long history of cattle markets, the way a cattle cycle works is typically we expand our herds, we increase beef production, and then prices collapse. We all lose money, and we sell off more of our herds, we cut back, which reduces cow numbers, reduces beef production, prices go back up. And because of biology, a cattle cycle lasts about 10 years of this peak to peak in terms of cattle numbers. I think what's interesting in the cattle market over the last year or so is that while we've been growing the herd and pushing record beef production, prices haven't collapsed.
Anderson argues that's because of beef demand.
That for the first time in decades, we have a situation where both domestically and our export markets, the demand for beef has been very good. Exports are booming, and that demand has held prices up in the face of record amounts of beef production.
I'm Shel Winkley, looking at Central Texas agriculture from the ground up.
From the Ground Up is sponsored by Producers Cooperative, proudly serving agriculture since 1943.